Oh, we're live.
Hey guys, we are back with more of the Stanley Parable. Or the Stanley Parable 2?
Yes.
Question mark? You would have had to
Question.
follow
All
along
of
to
his
understand
co-workers were
what on
gone.
earth we're
What
talking
could
about.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Here we go. And you know what we have now?
Bucket.
We have the
Stanley picked
bucket.
up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around.
Exactly.
What ending are we trying to get with the bucket?
Well, it's really... Wait, what? This is different.
I see.
James, the office is different.
Oh great, the bucket broke
What?
the game.
Where are we? What is happening right now?
The bucket is happening.
Can I... Did they just...
No.
Well...
Welcome to
Yeah,
the Stanley
well.
Parable. We're lost.
Yeah, okay, well that's weird. But we still come to the two doors.
Yeah, but it
Stanley
took long to
clutched the
get
bucket
here.
tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Well, James, I guess we should just start where we are, maybe? I mean, start that with obeying and see where that goes. Oh, wait, there's an achievement. We had to click on board door, what was it, 4:30? We already passed it.
Still no one was
Go
here.
back to it.
Stanley
Door
needed the
locked
bucket's
in.
warmth and
35
comfort
times.
now more than ever. Perhaps his
We'll
boss's
get it
office
next time.
was where he'd find answers.
Oh, well. No, there is one ending we can do where we can go back to it. Oh. James, should we do it? Or do it later?
There.
Later? Okay.
Later.
Guess like, not at all.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Nice. Let's do the one ending I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Stepping into
Oh,
the manager's
man, I missed
office,
it.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster
Oh, I don't
fire,
remember
if
it.
not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
You think I would have memorized it by now, but evidently
Stanley
not.
guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket
Yes.
guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
That makes sense to me. Nice.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Definitely.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Escape? No, I guess let's go ahead and do the good ending, I guess. What do you think?
Does the good ending work with the bucket?
I don't know.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with
It's gonna be
television
different.
screens. What horrible secret did this
Okay.
place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Then we have to go back through and get the good ending without the bucket.
Well, we already have gotten the good ending. Without the bucket.
Oh, okay.
I mean the you know, where you listen to them ending. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
Guinea pigs.
The bucket had never seen anything like this,
That's what you
and it
need,
very
guinea
nearly
pigs.
burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that
Hear me?
everything would be fine.
Sorry, what?
You need guinea pigs.
I do not need pet guinea pigs.
Was the bucket under the mind
Yes.
control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Wow.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
You know I need to make the thumbnail for this video?
But here was the proof.
A picture of the
The
bucket.
heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Wow.
So the bucket has a personality now.
Yes.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again. Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Wow.
What's
James, I
that
think this is
in
the best. I think that's the best ending.
Fair.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself.
This is great.
What I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Yep. Okay, anyways, we're grabbing the bucket.
The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket, off on another thrilling adventure together.
Oh, it's normal again. Well, oh wait, hey, the door, was it 4:30? I think it was 4:30. Where's door 4:30? You click on it 5 times, if I remember correctly. Aha!
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Yeah?
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No.
Yeah.
No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
What?
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes,
50?
certainly 50 clicks.
50. My finger is going to be in pain after this. Why?
No, I'm still not feeling it. You see, now that you've gotten the bucket involved,
Oh, no.
my standards have gone up. Merely clicking a single door is no longer enough. Now,
Why?
I want to see you press this bucket against multiple doors.
No.
Now, that's the kind of thing that merits an achievement. Why don't you put 20 bucket touches into door 417?
Okay. 417, 20 bucket touches. Why? Oh.
Okay, great. Now, go touch the bucket on door 437 a few times.
What's that? Oh.
4, 3,
Okay,
7.
437, 437, 437.
Where is it?
Oh, here it is.
Yes, now we're getting somewhere. How about door 415? Give it some
415.
bucket love.
415. Ha.
Now back to door number 437.
What? Why am I doing this, James? Why am I doing this?
The achievement, Patrick, for the achievement.
You know, I think the copy machine needs some attention. Why don't you rub the bucket on it a bit?
The copy.
All
Okay.
right, back to room 417. I'm
No,
really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Okay. 417.
Okay, now bring the bucket on top of employee 419's desk.
Wait, what? 419's desk. Oh, I need to stand on top of this, what you're saying. Okay.
Yes, this is great. Now the bucket knows exactly what it's like to be employee 419. Now, let's introduce it to door 416.
Seriously? Why am I doing this?
We've almost got it. Now make the bucket and the copy machine touch again.
Okay. Oh. Wrong room. Oh.
Copy machines.
Why are we doing this?
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 touches of the bucket on door 430.
If this is not it, he's gonna have the same fate as Mr. Krabs.
Yes, we did it.
Oh, glad you got it.
Wow, that felt amazing. You know, not all buckets will get this kind of experience. They won't all know what it's like to slam repeatedly against nearly every door in one section of an office building, or what it's like to be employee 419. Buckets may dream of an experience like this, but few can say they've truly lived it. You've given a bucket hope today. Stanley, I'm very proud of you.
Great. Alright, James, which way should we go now?
See what he says.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Well,
Which means right.
okay.
This was not the correct way to
The right
meeting
endings
room.
are pretty interesting.
Stanley had felt the bucket
Where the left
calling
ones are
to him,
too.
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Oh, James, how about we go unplug the phone?
With the
Or go
bucket.
into the vent?
Yeah,
Huh?
we could do that.
What do you think?
Didn't
Which
we
one should
do
we do
that?
first?
Didn't we do those endings?
Yeah, but they're different now that we have the bucket. Everything's different now that we have the bucket.
Okay. How many
And here it
endings
was.
are
Had the
there
bucket
since we
turned out
have
to
the
be
bucket?
correct? Was this better than the meeting
43.
room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes,
Do
perhaps
what?
it truly was.
43.
How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
But we got 20 endings already.
Yeah, so we have about 20 more. Isn't that
Are
crazy?
we gonna have to
Being here with
repeat
the
endings
bucket
just
was a grand adventure.
We don't have to do them
Stanley
all. If we get
reflected
bored,
on
we can
all
quit.
they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right. then
we can
walking
just
to
dump
the
the
lounge,
bucket.
then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket
Well,
had inspired.
we've already done pretty much all the non-bucket endings.
Oh, the rest of them have to have the bucket.
Perhaps this was
Yeah.
where the bucket felt most truly
Okay.
at home. Here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home.
All the endings we have left, except for the baby ending, are just duplicates of the ones we've already done, but with the bucket. I
Stanley
think.
decided to just give the bucket absolutely as much time as it needed to be in the lounge.
Mostly,
Clearly, the
anyways. I
bucket
think there
and
might be a
the
couple
employee
special.
lounge shared a special connection.
Okay, let's get out of here.
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
Nah. What should we do
No,
first, the vent?
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Oh. Hey, James, look, it's a Stanley minifigure. Also, if we get all the minifigures, we get an extra ending.
Do we?
You hear me?
Yeah. Get the minifigure.
You sound like you're doubting your dedication.
You found one of them. One of the miniature
do you
Stanley
mean?
figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Wait.
Saver's slapping the taste out of the narrator's mouth.
Alright, into the vent we go.
Yes.
Ooh.
What now?
Yeah, I wonder what happens if I click the copy machine. Nothing. Okay.
We don't talk about the copy machine.
Yeah, no, don't. Oh, it's
What are we
off?
Oh, wow.
What happened?
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track.
Wait, this is interesting.
Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes.
I'm a little concerned.
The sheer euphoria
Yeah.
I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why
Let me ask you this,
everything
is the narrator
feels so-
Stanley?
No, I don't think so. That's a
What do
theory.
I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes.
Wow.
It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get me. What's that? Who's there? Caporata.
252.
What in the world just happened?
Alright, now I'm concerned.
Moving on. Next ending. Huh. Gotta pretend that didn't
an
happen.
ending?
Yep. What?
you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
I guess.
Yeah.
Understood. Your order will be canceled immediately. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
What? What was that? Moving
You
on.
forgot the button.
There's no narrator. Figurine Finders Committee meeting today. Okay. James, the narrator's not talking. And the door's stuck open.
Good.
Oh, okay, because I was getting that ending, that's why. Okay. I want to get the heaven ending with the bucket, but I don't think that's
Where are
possible.
we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled.
Oh.
Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Oh. Oh, maybe it is possible. Is it going to work? Oh, it is.
Well. Don't look like heaven. Patrick. Don't look like heaven.
Nope. Evidently it is for Stanley in the bucket.
Do I?
Evidently it is for Stanley in the bucket. Is it actually moving? What in the world is this? Okay, well. Alrighty, moving on.
Wait,
That
you
was
didn't
a
even
thing.
see that. You didn't even see that ending to the end.
Yeah. Because for some reason the door decided to stay open this time. I'm not entirely certain why.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
So yeah, I don't know why the door decided to stay open that one time.
A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and
Culture and
distinction.
distinction.
Wow.
Moving on.
Patrick, wait a minute.
Yep.
Go back that way.
Okay, going back.
Not all the way that way.
Oh, yeah, we didn't do that ending. Sorry, what?
That other
Boy.
door he was trying to get to, I wonder if he got to through the other door.
Oh, no, that door's disappeared now. The new content door is gone.
Oh.
Go that way. Left.
It would be over
Left.
here.
Left. Through the door and then left. Left.
Okay,
Left.
I'm going left.
No. Through the door. Left in that room.
In this room over here?
Through the door.
This door?
Yes.
Okay,
Then left.
okay.
Then...
You mean in here?
then
No, there's no way.
That way.
I don't think there is a way to get in here.
Go through that door.
This door?
Oh yes. Or the other door.
This door? Nah.
Okay. I just wondered.
I'm really not sure how you get in there, to be honest. I'm sure there's a way. Or maybe there's not a way and that's just there to torment me. That is something they would do.
Sure.
Anyways, I just remembered that we can do the this ending. Come on. Aha. Come on. And through and yes.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear.
We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket?
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like... My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Okay, so the bucket was an evil creature.
Evidently.
Nice.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
No.
It calls to me.
No.
It calls to me, though. I wonder what happens if I do go... I wonder what happens if I go without the bucket. If anything's different.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room. And
I think it's
Stanley
just
knew it
normal.
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes. This room.
Yeah, it's all normal,
But
I think.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
We'll just jump off the thing and restart the thing.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Wow. Okay, I want the bucket. Hey, what happens if we jump off with the bucket?
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is it...
Wait a minute, I want to hear this.
The embrace of an old friend. A weathered companionship that stands...
I wanted to hear that line of dialogue.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
I think it happened before, though, didn't it?
Left.
Yes, and you didn't listen to it then either.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
I'm good. I don't want to sit there for half an hour.
The bucket was wrong.
What?
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
Whee!
The cargo.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Well, okay. How about we do the thing where you unplug the phone this time?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah.
What could it mean?
Stanley let's go to the doors.
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man.
The red and blue doors.
A better co-worker. In time, perhaps,
Unplug
he
the
would
phone
become
first.
both of those things.
Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to
Okay.
his... This was not the correct way to the
I have to
meeting
watch
room.
for special
But Stanley
dialogue.
had felt the bucket
But this
calling
is
to
all
him,
right. This is all
telling him
just
that
normal
the
stuff.
employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be
Come
correct?
on, Stanley.
Never mind.
Stanley,
The
why did you
bucket
miss
was
leg
wrong.
day?
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Stanley missed
Said the
every
bucket.
day.
don't go to the
Yep.
meeting room.
I mean,
go
look, you
somewhere
can't
else.
see his legs.
The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now
Good,
ride the
said the
lift
bucket.
all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
I'm gonna disobey
Stanley
the
did not
bucket.
question why or how this bucket was
James,
speaking
I'm
to
gonna disobey the
It should
bucket.
have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact.
That
He
one
was
where we
firmly
obey the bucket
convinced
is
that
so
the bucket
funny.
had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
No dialogue for jumping down, really? Oh, there's a key card here. Huh, I wonder if we can find a key card somewhere. Because there's another door down there with a key card on it. Danger, danger everywhere. That's so funny. I made that the thumbnail for one of the videos. Okay.
No,
Everything
stop.
looks-
Look there on the wall. You see? There's a sign right there. It says, no
What?
buckets past this point. Stanley,
Oh.
how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless... What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point.
I
Which,
would.
If that's true, well, my goodness. I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have
Oh, no, this
dire
cat.
consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Okay. Alrighty. What is happening?
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simply enough,
Okay.
right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
James, is that a bucket? What do you think?
Yep.
Well, should we say yep?
Nope.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket,
Oh.
not an actual bucket.
Oh.
Wow.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Yep.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Okay.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
No.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
What?
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
That's a bucket.
That's a bucket.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
Nice.
Is this a bucket?
Looks like a bucket to me.
Oh,
Correct. This
What?
is a bucket.
Okay.
okay.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
No.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Both. What?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Where are... What? Okay. Can I just walk off, I wonder?
Probably not.
Oh, I can't. Oh, man, that would be so funny, though. So,
I don't
James,
know.
is this nothing a bucket? I would say this is a bucket.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
James, do we believe nothing is a bucket? I think we do.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. Yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from
What?
the game entirely.
No.
Okay, here we go.
No.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
What ending was that?
The everything is a bucket
All
ending?
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's the normal dialogue.
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Let's do the unplugged phone ending.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the
That's
meeting
what
room.
we tried to do
But
all
Stanley
along. They
had
said
felt
no
the
buckets.
bucket calling to him.
No, that
telling
was
him
a
that
different one. That was a
employee
jump down.
lounge was simply the place to be.
What would
And
have been
here it
the
was.
normal...
Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket
That would
was
have been the
wrong.
red and blue door
Stanley
ending.
took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
I guess endings.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was
Yeah.
speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not
The
to
bucket
think
is
about
secretly
this
just the
obvious
ring.
fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket
God.
had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
You need to spray paint the word chum on the side of it.
In here.
Said
Yes.
the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Okay. It's not dark this time. Or maybe it wasn't dark before. I don't know. Oh, it wasn't.
Still done.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home where we can go about life together.
Nope,
Nope.
we're unplugging it, sorry.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy
Oh,
that
no.
one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting
No.
right here. Let's take a look.
Oh, here we go again.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's
Nice.
dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny. I'm Dunny with the
Good.
funny.
This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the
What
cornerstone
the
of
guy's
good comedy.
eyes?
Finally, it's time to hand out surveys.
Surveys.
Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian.
Why did
An
I not think
effective
of that?
survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should
Okay.
include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not
Yeah.
simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invaders who threaten our very existence.
The what?
And to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be
That was
prepared to
sweet.
give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their
Huh.
children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
What?
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along,
okay.
let's head back.
All right. What? Do we walk all the way back? That's a long ways. Seriously?
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Man, that's a ways to walk.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez.
Okay.
It's actually making this walk.
We're just walking all the way back.
Wow.
Here we
Okay.
go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
I don't know what to do right now.
Right.
Okay.
What? We're back at the phone already? No, what's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think
No.
I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video.
You have fun.
Yes, sure.
No, don't make me do
That
it.
will help me improve my...
No, please.
Here we go. You ready?
Oh.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Right.
Okay.
What? We're back at the phone already? No.
Oh, he's
Here we
glitched
go.
again.
You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. What? We're back at the phone already? No. Here we go. You ready?
How about we try the left this
When
time?
Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Might as well, I guess.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Wow.
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison.
Oh.
Yes. Let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame. Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
You do.
Well, that was an ending.
What was an ending?
That was an ending.
All
Hey,
his
wait a minute.
co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Yep, this is Stanley's office.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Nice.
It
Bucket!
takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward.
Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
Which ending should we do
and
now,
entered
James?
The door on his left.
What endings we got left?
A lot of them. A lot on the left, a few on the right.
Let's finish out the right.
Okay.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I mean, it's
But
left.
Stanley had
right.
felt the bucket calling to him, telling him
it's
that
hard
the
for me to look at the
employee
list right
lounge
now.
was simply the place to be.
But,
And here
Let's
it
see.
was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No,
oh, here, we can go,
never mind.
the,
The
left
bucket
over
was
here.
wrong. Stanley
And then
took
go
the
down
door
the
on his
elevator.
left to go back to the... And so the two
I
of
don't
them
really
went
remember
to
what's
the
down there.
maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
I have no idea what's going to be down here. Well, was this a creepy one?
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
We
You
care
know,
about
your
you, Stanley.
friends and I are concerned
Oh, this
for you,
line.
Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
I can't. That is actually interesting. Can I do anything with this stuff? Is there the fireplace? Okay. Well, huh. Oh, the fern. Remember the fern that would be important later on?
Yes.
Whee!
Yes.
Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Oh, yes. Here we go again. Oh, this was the Adventure Line one, wasn't it? Going down the elevator? Yeah, I remember it now.
Now,
I saw
this
that.
is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
No. We cannot. You can't ask that of me. I already murdered him once.
What?
I said I already murdered him once. You can't ask me to get rid of him again.
Get rid of who?
Is he actually gonna make me get rid of the bucket? In this ending? Oh dear, what is this?
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
What
Can you guess what
monstrosity?
the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Can I unplug it?
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and... The Bucket
this is
Destroyer.
normal.
My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Is this in the ending? Yep. Okay, I wonder what would happen if I did destroy the bucket.
That's what
Alright,
I
it's
was
gonna take
about
a
to
second.
say. Let's go.
Oh, it's springing again.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
No.
Understood. Your order will be canceled immediately. Thank
Wow.
you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Wow. Oh no. I think I'm about to sneeze.
Got the bucket.
Oh, I did forget the bucket. How did I do such a thing?
Stanley
Yoink.
cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective yet delicate, assertive yet compassionate.
Wow.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Come on,
And here it
come on,
was.
come on.
Had the bucket turned out to be
Come
correct?
on,
No,
here we go.
never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the
What if there's
opposite
an ending
door.
if you just stay in the employee lounge for long? I don't think so. I probably would have seen it. It's probably not technically an ending. It's just
good
a little
Stanley, I'm
thing.
glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see, your friends and I are concerned for you,
Oh,
Stanley.
may I have to stand here
We've
for
come together
this
here
whole thing?
because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet.
Yeah, we know.
Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Okay, walking.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Oh.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about.
So I'm not turning,
Don't
I'm
you
drinking
remember
water,
all those great
'cause I'm
jokes from
dehydrated.
the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes. It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was
Rich
not in the
lore.
original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the
just
cast
jealous.
all along. Don't you agree?
Literally.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely
No.
you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now,
It's-
Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Goodbye, bucket. I'm sorry.
Bye,
do
you
it?
metal.
Now listen
Can I
to
not?
me. It's crucial that
I
you
can't
finish
do
the
it.
bucket. I don't know
No.
what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket.
Really?
Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a
Oh, that's
character with only
hilarious.
one personality
I
trait
am
deserve
pressing
to
the
join the
button.
pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters?
But
Well, you see, if you were to
Stanley
really
won't do
explore
it.
the Bucket Destroyer, you would see
He
that its
refuses.
desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits.
Oh, that's
What other
hilarious.
object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this.
That's so
Okay,
funny.
the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters.
I
like
love
the
how I
Adventure
can't
Line
do
or
it.
the
That's
Bucket Destroyer
excellent.
until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now. The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and
I'm trying. That is very funny.
Wait, if there's actually an ending.
Alright.
The bucket
Alright,
destroyer.
one more
My
ending, then we'll call it
prized
a day.
creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you. Tell such.
Yes, we know. Hey, well, it's getting late. Let's go. There's one more ending I want to do, and then we'll call it a
All
day.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Yoink.
Stanley's bucket. The only co-worker he would ever truly need.
Very true.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Oh. Oh, look at that! It's a clue. How can we? Oh. The completionist instinct. Warehouse access plan. Bank to allow ease of access past fence. Bridge, shiny. Huh. Chris's remains from warehouse 4. What? We need more planks. Interesting. What in the world are we watching here? Why won't they just tell us something will happen this investigation, this room? They feel pointless, to be honest. Wow. World spinning figurines. I'm not reading all that. Yeah, I'm not reading all that. Maybe we are the collectibles? Wow. What is that? Okay, moving on. Moving on. Who took these pictures of them? Employee 416. Red room. What? But anyways, I think there will be a reward for finding them all. What? Stop kidding yourselves. I want them so much. I want to go home. There will be cleaning of this wall required. Who are you? Wow. Okay, look at that. So we have inside a sequel exhibit. It's a large room, lots of boxes, stairs. Something to do with stairs. Somewhere with both red and blue. Nearby a fireplace, a private but smelly place for an important person. Okay. Some kind of game must be point to us. Okay, so look at that. They're only... Wait, no, they're 10, I thought. Not 6. Oh, that's so bad.
What?
I don't know. Maybe it'll give us the rest of it later once we get those 6. Anyways, here's the best ending, of course.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait. Now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich...
What did you say?
I said, so we give Stanley a coconut or a volleyball.
A coconut or a volleyball, yes. Hey, we haven't even named the bucket. We didn't name the bucket. We'll think about
The
that.
emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket,
Okay.
as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it. Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's
Yes.
settled. No more
Perfect.
debate, no more discussion.
What is that?
Take a hike, Broom
Property
Closet,
of Stanley.
with all your meandering philosophical
Property
diatribes
of
about the
Stanley.
nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Well.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I
Bucket.
feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket.
In
That
multiple
way,
ways.
if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you
Everything's a
can look down
bucket.
at this sticker and say to yourself, "Ah, it's a bucket." There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker. You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
I think he just left, James.
Good.
We did it. We got rid of him. Can you believe it?
Oh. No, he'll be back in the sequel.
True. Alright, well here, let's I guess we can walk outside the door and see what he has to say. And then we'll call it a day. Oh come on, does he have nothing to say? Hey, you know, I
Coming
think
to a
that the...
staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Alright, well let's go ahead and do the outro, call that a day.
All right, guys, that was another ending or another endings for the Stanley Parable.
It was indeed.
At some point, we're going to get back to playing games in person. You know,
Yeah. It might be a little while though.
if my buddy gets to feeling like it.
Yeah, I still
Probably
got
not.
cold.
Probably not tomorrow. We're shooting for the 11th.
Yeah.
I would say the 4th, but I'm going. Friend of mine. They're supposed to anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So the next game that might be on be, well, obviously more Stanley Parable tomorrow, but
this game doesn't seem to end.
Nope. Well, if we want to do all the endings, it's going to take a very, very long time.
We got 20 something.
Yeah, true. Which means we're about
Out of
halfway
40.
through. Well, at least we were halfway through last time, so probably it's going to take us, what, probably it took 4, so it might take 8 episodes. 7 or 8 episodes, and we're on 5 now. So I guess maybe 2 more. 2 more might do it. Depending on how efficient we are. It just depends on how efficient we are, you know. Yeah.
And we are not going for the baby ending.
Well, we can cheat. Here's a way
We
to
can
cheat
go
the
for the
baby ending.
baby.
Hmm?
Didn't you want to knock out all the achievements too?
Yeah, I do want to do that. We're doing pretty good on the achievements, I think.
We're going to try to knock out achievements and knock out endings.
so
Yep.
there may be a couple more streams of this.
Yeah.
Don't know
But
how
then
many.
but then we'll go ahead and switch over and do Boneworks. I think that's
Then
gonna be
we're
a lot
gonna
of
do
fun.
Boneworks, that's right.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's right.
So join us for those.
Yeah.
If there's any endings we missed, let us know. Although we can probably just look it up. But
Let us
Yeah, we
know for
will. Continue.
the don't play. We gotta figure out the don't play for 10 years.
achievement because we're not doing that legitimately.
Yeah, definitely not.
There ain't no way.
We will cheat.
Alright, guys. Alright, guys. We'll see you in 2030 something.
Alright, see you at 2030. Oh,
Nah,
dear.
but yeah,
Um,
there's a couple of these achievements at the cheese.
yep. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and call it.
We're calling
Yep. We'll probably have another live stream tomorrow.
it a live stream, guys.
Wanna
This has
Yep.
been James Flash the Purple Sombrero. Or James Flash the Purple Sombrero. With Patrick Shadow. Like, comment, subscribe for more.